Okay, this is the zero product rule. The zero product rule means when you have factors, you set them equal to 0. So with this problem, I factored it. This is a quadratic. I factored it. These are the factors. Then I set the factors equal to 0. That's what this is. And then I solved for x. This is why you learn to factor, so that you can solve stuff. So this is what this picture looks like. These are called the x-intercepts, or the solutions, or the roots. All right, so this would be like the parabola. Let's see, is it a -10? This is kind of what this graph looks like. Something like this. These are parabolas. These are the solutions. This is the whole reason we learn how to factor, is so we can find solutions. Now here's the deal. The R stands for roots. The 0 stands for zeros. The X stands for x-intercepts. And the S stands for solutions. So anytime you get a problem, these words kind of all mean the same exact thing. These are all x-intercepts. Roots are also x-intercepts. So questions can say, find the roots, and it just means find the x-intercepts. Or it can say, find the zeros, and it just means find the x-intercepts. Or find the x-intercepts, or find the solutions. It all means the same thing. Okay, next problem. Okay, this is the next example. Here's the deal. When you're trying to solve these problems, you need to get it in standard form. This is standard form. My teacher tip for you is that you should try to make the x squared positive. It'll make your problem easier. So if you have a choice when you're moving stuff around, try to make the x squared positive. So I'm going to subtract this 10x from both sides. And then I'm going to write it out in order from highest power to lowest power of x. This gives me 0. 10 plus -10. Okay, so this is standard form. Standard form looks like this. All right, next thing I do is I factor. I'm going to break down the x. X times x is x squared. What multiplies to give me 21, and those same numbers add to give me 7. Just kidding. Add to give me -10. These numbers multiply to 21 and add to give me -10. These are the factors. Remember when you're doing this, to call these things by their right name. These guys are called the factors. Because what the zero product rule wants you to do is it wants you to take these and set the factors equal to 0 and find solutions. So here are the solutions. X equals 3 and x equals +7. These are the solutions to this problem. Okay, here's this problem. 2x squared minus 2x subtract 60 equals 0. This problem is already in standard form. So step number 2 says factor it. Okay, I'm going to take a 2 out, and then I'm going to factor what multiplies to give me -30 and adds to give me -1. These are the factors. Factors. Now, I set factors equal to 0. 2 is equal to 0. Well, that's kind of weird. So we just say that's a false statement. So you throw the 2 out, basically. X plus 5 is equal to 0. We got to solve that. All right, these are solutions. X equals -5 and x equals 6. Okay, here's the last problem. X squared minus 5x equals 0. This is already in standard form. So I need to factor it. I factor x out. Basically, that's breaking up the x squared into x times x. And then you get -5x. So these are the factors. Underline them in blue. So then I factored it. Then you set factors equal to 0. This is setting factors equal to 0. Then I have to solve. Well, this is already solved. It's done. This is my final answer. This I have to solve for x, so I add 5. So for your final answer, x equals 5, x equals 0. These are the x-intercepts on this graph. That's what it looks like in a picture. We're going to learn how to draw those. All right, this is it, the 0 property.